arbiter to keep things in line. They will also be adding attributes, adding and removing attributes from the MC to determine their final issues. Come on, back, please. Body, please. To determine they're actually removing seasons from the MC to determine their final issues. From there, storyteller, and players will begin to create members of the ensemble around the MC. Each character created during this time must be connected. Previous character in the web. What the relationship is like is up to the player. However, every step away from the MC the character is, they receive less plot power. Let's see. When a character's relation with another relevant interaction rolls an additional d20 to the roll, acting in the moment of heat, passion, hatred, familial level, jealousy, lead to serious consequences for everyone involved. The story plays out the amount. There we are. I think things worked pretty well there. Yeah, I'm gonna have to make a new chart. We probably will do that on stream because I am that kind of person. Actually, what I should do is cut out this section. Last roster. The ensemble. And the cast. Oh, no. Oh, Scheiße. Oh, Scheiße. Oh, I got a Charlie horse. No. Oh, God. Oh, Scheiße. Please, God. Oh, God, make it end. Okay, all right, let's go. Yeah, being this tall kind of sucks. I'm a 6'2", far from a manlet, but yeah, that hurt a lot. That hurt far more than I was planning on. What I have to do, actually, have the ensemble and cast. That's because I want to take this, post that here. We're going to make this actually a legit. Okay. cliques. Cliques and larger groups. In school, especially one as prestigious as Gakko Academy, is filled with cliques and groups of individuals who operate their own small world inside of the great community. The clique operates as a, quote, single individual with a character acting as the face. When dealing with members of the clique, let's see, when dealing with members of the clique, the yeah, schools are filled with cliques and groups of individuals. Go English. Acting as the face. Their ideals or leadership. Dealing with members of the clique. The face acts as the voice of the collective. And how individuals of the clique can have personality and other issues, but being a member, other issues, but the unnamed masses fall in line with the leader. Any member of the ensemble may opt to become the face of a clique they are a member of, by reducing their plot power by 1, but having the advantage of being having a larger back them up and influence the world. We want to flesh out this, so we got probably gonna have to make a side note about it. So, side note, detailed relationships. Sometimes, actually, I should say, the rules regarding relationships between characters is deliberately kept a bit vague. Branches. While others are invested. While other players invested in other branches of the narrative of the ensemble. I should actually post this. Currently streaming. Hop in if you want to listen to an alcoholic finer points of 1930s Japanese schoolgirl life. Sounds infinitely worse than I mean to. I posted it here. No, I did not. Let's see. With players being naturally invested in some branches, while others are invested in other branches of the ensemble. Capital E. If the storyteller, and in turn the players, want a bit more of a treat the characters, use the intensity system. Effectively, every relationship has an associated intensity, rated from 1 to 5. Actually, 0 to 5. Determined by the players. Intensity dictates how invested the character is in the relationship. Actually, I want to make this just a full-on section rather than a side note. I want to make this just a full section. Yeah, player the intensity dictates how invested the character is in the relationship, as well as the bonds that keep them apart or together. The intensity determines how difficult it is to change the relationship, as well as how difficult it is to maintain the relationship. As two people who are immensely invested in one another find it difficult to maintain many separate relationships. Each character in the ensemble can have a maximum of 10 intensity among all of their relationships. on all of their relationships. This doesn't mean that they start with less. But if the character were to go over, their plot power is reduced by the amount of intensity over their relationship limit. Intensity over the limit. Sometimes we have to sacrifice some people, stay with others. If the intensity of a relationship falls to 0, then the relationship is severed. The relationship is severed between the two characters. Example relationships. How do I want to word this? Exactly what I'm looking for. So our basic relationship types. Alright, so what we'll do is by example relationships. Types of relationships. While the complex nature of human beings makes it nearly impossible to categorize every single type of relationship available. If the players wish to have a shorthand regarding the types of relationships available, consult the following list. And we're going to be doing friendship. Simply put, an interpersonal relationship which is fairly positive between two individuals. One is a pleasant acquaintance. 5 would be would be inseparable. Inseparable friends would be inseparable. So we have love. Relationship based on love. Love is a connection between two individuals with an investment in one another regarding is a connection between two individuals with an investment in one another beyond friendship. Often considered to be a more, quote, serious relationship. One is a pair one is simple or orderly relationship, while 5 would be complete, almost insane devotion to one another. Love, platonic. Hatred. A relationship based on the mutual dislike between both parties. Hatred can take many forms, but overall, actually, I should want to put this word in. Don't kill me, Twitch, please. Between both parties, hatred can take many forms, but overall, it is a antagonistic relationship. Actually, a hostile relationship. So what we're going to do is antagonism. Is a quiet dislike of one another, while five is a full-blown feud between the two characters. In relationship of mutual assistance that does not have many feelings attached to it due to outside of human courtesy. Outside of human courtesy. One is a distant associate, while 5 would be a close associate. Again, my concept is that, like, if you're friends with someone, then you're kind of invested in one another. Love is obviously, you have this relationship that you want to pursue. Antagonism is you just hate each other. Platonic is your relationship to someone, like, who you work with, not even who you work with. Platonic is kind of your relationship with someone that you're not really invested in any capacity, but you kind of deal with on a regular basis. Like, a student and teacher would have a platonic relationship, or even a professional relationship, but it's kind of like, we know each other, we deal with each other, we're okay with each other. I know that this person exists, and generally, if they need assistance, I'll help, but I'm not going to, like, go out of my way to help them, or I'm not going to do everything in my power to assist them. I don't love them, I don't hate them, I just acknowledge their existence. Which is many of our relationships are this way, but we don't really see it as that, because not really, actually what I should say is professional. We don't really view those kind of relationships as relationships because we've associated the word relationship with something that we're a little bit more invested in. But technically, it is something that you're related to this person with. Like, my neighbor, for example. I have a platonic relationship. Do I know them? I vaguely know they exist. They vaguely know I exist. We don't hate each other. We're not really friends. But if they need help with something, I'd help them. I'm assuming that if I needed something, they'd help me out. But I don't think neither of us would go out of the way to help the other. Oh, wow, we got... Oh. Apologies, didn't mean to hit that button. I'm just double checking to make sure who all is actually here. If we were to go off of what Twitch is telling me, I have one viewer. However, if we were to go to who's in the chat, it looks like we have 4 or 5. Which is cool. Thank you. Hello, everyone. Let's see. Okay, so we want to do professional relationship. A relationship which is fairly positive between 2 individuals. A relationship based on professional or work-related reasons. Fairly positive in nature, but doesn't extend beyond the immediate workplace or situation or workplace. Yeah. This is we're friends at school, but not outside of school people. Nice, a school friend or a class friend is a known co-worker. Well, if I would be someone roughly considered a workplace comrade. Now, we get to do now is clicks. Click, click. Click is a weird word. You don't really want to say click. You want to say click, clique or something because the Q in there. But since it's French, and the French ruin everything. Actually, no. Class roster, ensemble, and cast. We want to make you heading 1. That means heading 2. Detailed relationships. Oh, hello. Hello. Clicks are going to have their own little page, which is going to mean we're going to insert table right here. Didn't mean to put it right there. Insert table. Side note. Shorthand available. Pleasant. Acquaintance. Inseparable. Probably missing some very simple relationship, but I'm also trying to just get a very simplistic view on this, just so, like, hey, here's a shorthand for people who may not know what they're doing. Oh, didn't mean to hit that button. There we go. Friendship, antagonism, professional. Actually, what I could probably do is add on sort of paragraph A to Z. There we go. Put the click right there. So we put the desired ending right here, and what? Desired ending only be part of disposed of. There's a point where the characters are possible to achieve. They may spend plot power to refocus themselves on a new desired ending. The game is over officially when the main character has reached one of the desired endings of the presented characters. Or actually, reach one of the desired endings of the presented characters. The main character has perished without the main character has made it possible to create any ideal situation, actually any desired ending, or the main character, or one of the main character's bars, gauges, I should say, gauges has reached 0 for more than a semester. More than two semesters. Obviously, Sir Thomas of Cleese is not a very good example character here, so obviously we're going to have to change him a little bit. Begone, Sir Thomas. I apologize, but you are not what we're looking for exactly. Well, I want to keep the look here. So we're going to make a sample character. So let's go all the way up here. Let's see. Of humors. Seasons. This was season. All right, so let's see. You're heading 2, heading 3. Let me just make sure everything looks the right way here. Perfect. All right, so actually, no, what am I doing? Come on. Notepad, what are you doing? Please. Please. So we will make a character. First off, we need to get a name. So our example name. So let's get a Japanese woman's name. To the generator. Japanese name generator. Yes, the fantasy name generation. Okay, let's get some. Dun, 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 dun. 3, 2, 1, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, so what's a good? Let's check what Wakata Shinobu. Wakata. Shinobu. All right, so Wakata Shinobu mean that's like I recall it can roughly be just effectively be summarized as I understand what you're talking about, but I don't understand what you're talking about. Well, I think I know. Like I understand what you're saying, and I can recall what you're saying. So all right, all right, all right. So I think I know what kind of character we're going to be making. Obviously. Let's see, we want to get rid of all our interpersonal relationship stuff. Okay, so we got royalty, aristocrat. What? Let's not do a teacher. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So get my little dice out. Three. 1, 2. Okay, we're going to be part of a major Zaibatsu family. The Wakata family. Then we have our academic progress. What is our academics? So we are we're a major family, so let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, perfect. Roll the dice. 2, we ended up with a bureaucracy. Perfect. All right, academics, bureaucracy, or middle management, and we love it. All right, what's our seasons? Summer, winter, spring, and autumn. Now, since I ain't a loser, and I don't deal with loser things, time to roll a 1d20 for everything. This is gonna end so poorly, and I'm gonna have to just accommodate whatever the hell it comes up with. All right. Summer 14. All right. So she's a little active. All right. Winter 20. Her winter is 20. Oh Jesus, she is a oh wow. Spring 14. Oh Jesus, this girl's insane. And 6 for autumn. All right, so how do we? Okay, summer, natural charisma. All right. Natural socialites. Shinobu's. God, what would be? Yeah, Shinobu. Brings a smile to everyone's face, regardless of the situation. Winter V20. All right. Oh, is a melancholic and reserved, but witty and professional. Those of academic bent. All right. Behind the mask of civil. Shinobu is a quiet soul. For her to read her books and study foreign language rather than deal with quote people, but the needs of society demanded of her. Spring 14. Polite manners have been indoctrinated, not indoctrinated, have been DNA of the soul have been worked into the very fabric of Shinobu's life. Being a member of a major Zaibatsu, being a member of a major Zaibatsu family with the expectations of such. Autumn 6. All right, let me remember what autumn is. All right, strength, agility, and toughness. Shinobu for her academics and manners fails quite heavily in the active, quote, side of life. Be with some considering her slightly anemic. While others simply consider her slightly anemic. Yep. Obviously, let's get a random Ibisawa Haru. Ibisawa meaning Haru. Desired end goal. Recruit. Haru, it would be San. It would be Ohara-san. Maybe Ohara-san. Yeah, it would be San, yeah. I'm trying to remember all my honorifics. Recruit Ebisawa Ohara-san into the family as a personal assistant / painter. Further their prestige. Further their prestige. So Shinobu here doesn't actually want to be in a relationship with our main character, Ebisawa Haru, and what I should actually do is put it at to the MC. And it's this very, like, she doesn't really want to do anything relationship-wise. She just wants to recruit her into the family. Well, she's just like, I don't really want to. So our notable relationships. God, I'm going to have to get... Time for the generator. This is what I do with my life. Sadayaka Konaeka. And our relationship is going to be naturally friendship 3. Chan. Shinobu. And Shinobu are perhaps the closest friends in the academy. With Ekka's outgoing personality and physical fitness, mixing well with Shinobu, who's quiet intelligence. Let's make another random. Let's get another girl here. We need something antagonistic. Yeah. Yamaro. Antagonism too. Let's remove the honorific. That's something I should actually add a note. I'll probably add a side note later. And it's like, this is what the honorifics mean. Like, remember these, beat these into your head. These are very important. Oh yeah. Have been rivals. Antagonist. Have been rivals since they arrived at Gakko Academy. With both being from major families both being from major opposing families. The two don't directly hate each other, but the tension is always there. And let's get one final one in there. Kiabuki. What we can do is, let's get actually Toshinobu. Ishihiro-san. Ishihiro. Actually, we're going to do professional one. Oharu. There's an uncle and teacher at the university, teacher at the academy, and a art teacher, and a art teacher at the academy. Being a member of the faculty. Yatsuhiro knows of Shinobu's. Knows of Shinobu, and the two understand one another slightly. Good night. Also, if anyone's been chatting, I don't know, because good old Twitch has decided to kill itself and not display anything properly. So, if I'm not responding to anything, that's why. To understand one another. Alright, so we got our season set up, Major Zaibatsu. So, the thing is, you can already see by this character, we have an idea of who she is. We understand everything about her. What I should actually look at a little story. Okada Shinobu is second. Okada family, who is a shareholder in one of Zaibatsu's managing the complex logistics of the imperial systems in Manchuria. Okada herself is a quiet soul who understands that her position in the family is one social climbing and, quote, looking good, while her intelligence is somewhat diminished. She does, however, have her eye on the aspiring Ebisawa Oharu, whom she believes may be the key to furthering herself inside of her own family, is bringing her on. Will increase her own prestige and influence. That will make her 15. Goodbye, Sir Thomas of Cleese. Now, you may be wondering who the other players be, because this is just a single player. But now, we have a little bit of relationships. Now we can understand. We understand who this character is, and in turn, we understand what they want, as well as everyone else around them may want. So, for example, our girl here may be played by one player. However, being a member here, come on, desired end goal. So you may be saying, oh, well, who the other players play? Well, someone could play Kona here, Konaka, which is kind of a diametric opposite of her, but the two are kind of working together. They're very close friends. And suddenly you have this relationship with one another that as the player of Eka, do you want to help your best friend Shinobu, or do you want to kind of undermine her? Because, hey, you have something you want from the main character, but maybe that's your main goal, is that you want Shinobu here to succeed, or maybe you want to play as Ira. I'm gonna call it Aria because I'm incredibly lazy and don't feel like learning how to pronounce that. Actually, it would be Ida. Yeah, Ida. Where it's just like, oh, hey, you're naturally opposed to one another, as both of them trying to get the same thing, or maybe one of you just want to play, the uncle, which you already kind of have a relationship with Shinobu, but you also have a major relationship with the main character, Ebisawa, Oharu. So boom, again, we have a character here. We have something that is important. We have context. We have reasons. We have, most importantly, a story already with this single character. And this was me taking 5 minutes and rolling a few dice. So again, with that, you can understand where this game can be fascinating. especially when it comes to things regarding personality and the clashing of relationships with each other, because this is what this game was about. That was what Morons with Pedigree was about. It wasn't about necessarily rolling dice or anything. It was about we have a group of people, here are the relationships, what happens now, as each of them try to go toward their main goal. And maybe maybe their goal changes. Shinobu starts as, I want to recruit her, this entirely professional, entirely not very noble endeavor, but gradually over time, she wants Oharu in a different way. Or maybe she becomes more antagonistic as Oharu gets dragged away from her. So there's a lot of maneuverability in this game. That's kind of the point. So I'm in stream for about an hour 15. What is the next time we're going to be streaming, which will probably be tomorrow as well. Tomorrow we're going to be working on this section, reaching the desired ending. Most likely everything will remain relatively the same. I might change what duels are, make that a little bit more appropriate. I'm also going to get an image, just my flow chart here, just so people kind of understand who the relationships are and where that all stands. But overall, thank you all for watching. Hope you all have a wonderful rest of your night. Godspeed, good luck, and